Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial over this look. It's a great look for a date night, any night, going out with your girlfriends, if you have to wear a glam every day to work, or if you're just looking for a new makeup look, this is definitely the one for you. So we're pretty simple on the eyes, full coverage on the face, but something definitely natural and wearable, and just a pop of a lip. So if you guys are interested in seeing how to achieve this look, then definitely just keep watching. Okay guys, so I just washed my face. I took off all my makeup that I had on earlier today. And then I toned with the Thayer's Witch Hazel Toner. I moisturized with the Dermalogica Active Moist. I love that moisturizer. I have oily skin, but that's a great moisturizer for oily skin. It doesn't leave like a film or anything on your face, so your makeup sits really well on top of it. For eye cream, I use the Ola Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I really love this eye cream. It's super brightening under the eyes, and the makeup sits great on top of it. And then before I do my makeup and after as well, I always spray the Fresh Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water. I love this stuff. If I'm feeling dry or anything just throughout the day, I'll spray this and it makes my face feel so fresh. Okay, so now to get started, I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I'm gonna be using two primers today. Primer I'm gonna use first is gonna be the Too Faced Hangover RX. So I'm just gonna take like a pump and a half of that on my fingertips and then rub that all over my face. And then like I said, I do have oily skin, so in my T-zone, I'm going to go in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I like to put this one, like I said, in my T-zone because I do get oily there, and this kind of helps just control the makeup. Now if you guys see me looking over here, this is where my mirror is at, so it's kind of easier to look over here than it is to look up here, so just warning you guys. And also, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I used the lipstick that was expired or if I just got too much sun on my lips this weekend, but I am having the worst breakout on my lips, and I haven't broke out on my lips in forever. So if you guys are wondering, that's what that is. That's what that is. So for foundation today, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I've been loving this foundation. It's great for oily skin. This is in the shade F8. I'm not self-tanned at all right now. I don't have any type of tan at all right now. So I'm super pale. So my neck might be a little more pale than my face. But we're going to make it work. So I'm going to go in and blend everything out with this Beauty Blender by e.l.f. I've really been loving the sponge lately. It has a different feeling than any other sponge I've ever used. It doesn't feel like a Beauty Blender. It doesn't feel like the Real Techniques one. It's just like, it's really good. I really love it, and it's only like $4. So I'm just going to go in and blend all this out. Now that we look crazy, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer, the Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is in the shade Vanilla. Under my eyes with this, make sure you get in that inner corner because that brightens it up. So, and then I'm going to go a tiny bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and then on my chin. I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with the same Beauty Blender. And then I'm going to take the other side of the Beauty Blender and go underneath my eyes with that. I'll also take it on top of my lid just to kind of set the eyelid as well. Or prime it, I guess you could say. Okay, now once we're done blending that, I want my under eyes to be a little bit brighter. So I'm going to go in with the new e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I have it in the shade Light Sand, And I'm just gonna take a tiny bit right in the corner of the eye right here. You don't want it too bright to where it's noticeably like white under there, but you definitely want it to be a little bit brighter than your face. You can just see the difference in how much it brightened. I'm not done blending obviously, but now this concealer does dry really fast, so you want to make sure that you work quick with it. You don't want to let it sit on there for a couple minutes because it'll already be settled into the skin. Okay, now that we're done with the base, blend it in a little bit more. Okay, so that under eye is super bright. I just feel like it brings all the attention to the face, and the eyes is the center of the face obviously, and that's the first thing that people look at, so you kind of want all the attention brought to the eyes, so that's why we do that. Now I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Star by MAC setting powder. I'm gonna take some on that same exact beauty blender, and I don't really like to bake just because my skin is oily, but at the same time my eyes can look very dry underneath. I don't want to bake or anything because I feel like that just dries the eyes out. So I'm just going to take a little bit of powder on the beauty blender and just press it in under there. Okay. So you can just see the difference kind of in the setting and non-setting. Like I said, we're not baking, so we're not going to let the powder sit on top of the skin. We're just going to work the powder into the skin with the damp beauty blender. Okay, and then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take a little bit of the same powder, the Patrick Star powder, on just a big fluffy e.l.f. powder brush and just run it over everywhere. So I absolutely hate, like it's one of my biggest pet peeves, having the look of having foundation on your lips. Drives me crazy. Okay, so now that we got that off our lips, I'm going to go ahead and apply this Milk Makeup Kush Lip Balm. I love this stuff. Just while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, I want my lips to be moisturized. I'm going to put that all over. And I know you guys probably seen that it's green. It looks really intimidating that it's green, but it does not come off as green, so. Okay, now that I've finished the main base of the face, I'm going to go ahead and spray the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, just so I can set everything in before I move on to the rest of the face. I'm just gonna let that dry for a second. Okay, so before we move on to the rest of the face, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. I don't do much to my eyebrows, I just fill them in with a pencil, and then that's pretty much it. I don't set them with anything. I ran out of my brow setting stuff, so I don't do that. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this Catrice Cosmetics Slim-Matic Ultra Precise Pencil. I actually was watching one of Casey Holmes' videos and she recommends this, so I went and got it, and I really like it in the shade Dark. So I'm just going to take the spoolie on the other end and go ahead and brush through my brows. And for those of you that don't really know me that well and you don't know about my blonde eyebrow, you're probably thinking, where the hell is the rest of her eyebrow? But it's actually a birthmark. So my eyelashes on this side as well as my eyebrow, half of my eyebrow is blonde. I've been like that since the day I was born. It's a birthmark. I have like an attachment to it, so I kind of refuse to like get it microbladed or like get it dyed or tinted or anything, just because I feel like, I mean, I've gone my whole life with it, so I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of part of me. Go ahead and take that pencil and just start filling in my brows. Okay, so now that we got the brows done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the eyes. I have a ton of eyeshadow palettes. I do a ton of eyeshadow on other people, but I've just never worn much eyeshadow myself. I just really stick to the natural look most of the time. Granted, I have such an open mind to do like crazy looks, but I've just always been a natural type of person. I don't wear this amount of makeup every day. I normally don't wear any makeup. But this is just a pretty look I like to wear if I'm going out or if I have date night or something. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to start off with is the Aspen Ovard collab with Tarte. I love this palette. It's beautiful. I do a lot of makeup for weddings and stuff, and this is the palette that I take with me all the time. It just has such neutral, pretty shades, so I love going in with that one. So I'm going to start off with this shade right here, Married Life. That's just going to be my base. I'm going to take it with a Real Techniques brush and just go all over the lid. Okay, so now that we have the base on our eyes, we're going to go ahead and go in with the transition shade. I'm going to be using these two shades in the palette, this one right here and this one. Those colors are High School Sweethearts on top and Santorini Sands is the one to the left of the palette. I'm going to be taking this Morphe M441 blending brush, and I'm just going to mix those two and just go in, kind of fluff all in the crease. You don't really have to be super precise with this. I'm not really super precise anyways. I kind of just get it all over the crease. Okay, so now that we have our transition shade, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a different palette, Norvina palette. I swear, I kept this thing like in the box whenever I got it. I didn't want to mess it up. And then one day, I think it was from moving or something, but I opened it and it was a mess. So sad. I'm going to take this Morphe M330 brush. It's just like a tapered blending brush. And I'm going to take the color Incense and Eccentric. That's this one and that one. So I'm just going to mix those two and go a little bit more defined in the crease. Okay, so that's what we're working with. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. You don't want to lose sight of that crease color. So we're just going to go back in with another blending crease color. I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill palette and take one of these two colors up here and blend. And I'm going to use that same big fluffy brush that I started out with originally. So you just want to blend everything out. Really with eyeshadow, you just want to make sure that you don't have any harsh lines, anything like that. You just want everything to look blended, smooth. If I ever end up with fallout on the edge of my eyes or like underneath, I'll just take a brush and just brush it away really quick. So it just gets rid of it. This is a Real Techniques brush. So now I'm going to go back in with the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to take this color right here. This is in the shade Buns. And I'm going to go in with the Morphe M433 brush and just tap in that shade. Tap off the excess because I don't want much. I just want to deepen up the outer corner just a tiny bit. So I'm going to go in just in the outer corner. Really light-handed. You don't want anything too intense. And then just work it in just a little bit into the center of the lid. But mainly keep it on the outer corner. And then you can go up into that crease a little bit as well. So that just kind of deepens it up a little bit. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now for our lid shade, I'm going to go back in with the Aspen Ovard Tarte palette. And I'm going to be taking the shade Endless Summer. That's this shade right here. I'm going to take that color with a Morphe M124 brush. It's kind of just a small flat shader brush. So we're going to go in with that. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of that fresh spray. And then I'm going to pick up that Endless Summer color. So the key is just to tap it onto the brush. You don't want to rub anything because this is a glitter color. So if you rub, you're going to have a lot of kickback. So I'm just going to go in and press that color onto the center of the lid. I'm not going to go all the way over to the inner corner just yet, not with this shade. So I'm going to go ahead and just pat that all over the center of the lid. And this doesn't have to be perfect because you are going to go back in and blend with some transition shades. Okay, so I absolutely love that color. It has kind of greenish, bluish tones in it, even though it is a gold. So it's beautiful. It really brings out the tones in your eyes. So that's what we're working with right now. I'm going to go back in with a lighter shade. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this Melissa Michelle Ulta Beauty collaboration palette. And I'm going to take this shade right here, Tobo. Just to end everything out where the color's at and soften everything up a little bit. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go in with that Tobo color with this Morphe M506 brush. It's just like a small little blending brush. Super small, but it's really good at detailing, so it's good to go in with small areas like this. So I'm going to go in just around the edges and blend that out a little bit, just so it's not so harsh. On the inner corner as well. So now the focus of the color is kind of just on the center of the lid. So it looks great. Now I'm going to go in on the inner corner and the brow bone with a highlight shade. Okay, so the highlight shade that I'm going to be taking is the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. I'm going to take that on the inner corner as well as on the brow bone. The brush that I'm going to be using is this Morphe pencil brush. It's the M431. And then I'm just going to dip into that highlighter and then put it right on the inner corner of the eye. Putting eyeshadow on the inner corner really just brightens up the look. It brightens up your eyes in general and just makes them look a little more awake. I'm going to also hit that brow bone on top. It just really brings everything together. Now I'm going to move on to the rest of the face. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to be taking the Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. It's such a beautiful color. I feel like it works great on all skin tones. Smells amazing. It is a little bit pricey, but I feel like you do get a lot for your money. I mean, this pan is huge. Like, look at it compared to my head. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this Morphe bronzer brush. This is the M530. And then I'm just going to go into that color and then bronze up the skin. So as you can tell, that just adds such a difference instantly. I love to bronze and just brighten up the skin. Also gonna go on my chin, underneath my jawline. Also on the side of my nose, just so that it brings everything evenly together. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to blush. I've been using this blush for so long, and I get so many compliments on it whenever I wear it. It's the Too Faced Love Blush in Baby Love. So this is the blush. As you can tell, I've given it a lot of love. So I'm going to go in with a MAC blush brush. The number's rubbed off because I've used it so much that I don't know what the number of this brush is. But it's a MAC blush brush. So I'm going to go in, and I love blush as well. I feel like it just adds color to the skin. And then I put a little bit on top of my nose as well. And then on the side. So now I'm going to go in with highlighter. Okay, so the highlighter that I'm going to be going in with is the Anastasia Amrezi highlighter. It is absolutely beautiful. And I just use a Real Techniques setting brush to go in with it. So I'm going to take that on the side, the cheeks. Ooh. For mascara, I don't typically wear fake lashes. I have really natural long eyelashes, so I just feel like fake lashes kind of just overdo it for me. Like I said, I am more of a natural type of person. I've worn lashes before in a wedding and also on my birthday, but I hated them. I felt like I just looked much better without them. So the mascara that I'm going to be going in with is the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Looks like this. You can get it at Ulta. It's literally like $4.99, and it's one of the best mascaras that I've ever used. Just gonna go in. I do about 2 to 3 coats of mascara. So that is the 3 coats of mascara. Like I said, I have pretty long natural eyelashes, so I don't ever feel the need to wear falsies. I feel like in some looks it would look great, but most of the time I just like to wear my natural lashes and coat them up with mascara. So now I'm going to go in with the same mascara on the bottom lashes. Okay, so now we're getting to the final steps. My favorite part of makeup altogether is lipstick. I love wearing lipstick. You won't never catch me wearing makeup without having lipstick on. This is the Milani Color State Lip Liner in 03 Nude. I'm going to take this to line my lips. I need to sharpen it first. So like I said, I feel like lipstick really just makes the look. It brings everything together. It kind of just brings it to life because there's so much color to it. So I'm going to go in with that nude lip liner and just line my lips. So So sometimes I fill them all the way in with that, and then I'll just throw some chapstick on top and be good to go out the door. I just love that color so much, and it's really natural. It looks kind of dark right now, but I'm going to try out this Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink liquid lipstick. I love to throw liquid lipstick on top of most all lip liners that I wear just because it stays so well. I'm definitely a liquid lipstick fan. Okay guys, so I figured out that I really don't like this lipstick. I don't know if it was just the formula on top of the chapstick or on top of the lip liner whenever I was applying it, but it just did not look good. So I'm going to fast forward you guys to a clip of me putting on a Too Faced lipstick that I really love. On top of this, to see if I can fix the formula a little bit, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee. This is a little more pinky, but I think it'll mix really well with this. So we're going to go in and see what it looks like. Yeah, so I don't know what the hell was going on with that Maybelline lipstick, but I'm not digging that breaking up. Like, I don't want that on my lips at all. It could be from the liner. It could be from that Milk Makeup chapstick. I don't know. I just was not digging it. That looks much better. So now that we have the lips on, I'm just going to go back in and set everything with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Okay guys, so here's the look a little bit closer up. The eyes. And the lips look 10 times better. I just feel like this is a really pretty look for a date night, a night out, or if you have to go to work with makeup on and want to wear something like this, this is a great, not everyday glam, but if you're into that, it's definitely a simple, soft glam that you could wear every day. Like I said, I don't wear a full glam every day, but if you do, this definitely would be a great look. It's super natural. It's not too much. The eyes aren't too much. I think it's really pretty. So if you guys like this look, then definitely give it a like. Subscribe to my channel so that you can make sure that you see all the upcoming videos. Leave a comment down below for any videos that you guys want to see. Any other makeup looks. I have an Ulta haul coming soon. And then, yeah, so just let me know what you guys want to see. Any type of videos, just drop it down below and I'll be sure to get those up for you. Thanks for watching, guys.